This is a story why you should never, ever let anyone that you do not 100% trust borrow your vehicle. Your vehicle has your license plate information on it. It has your VIN number on it. That's redundant. VIN, vehicle identification number. Most people should just start saying VIN, but it's just something we do. Anyway, I got extremely burned. Luckily, the officer had a little bit of common sense, but let me just start from the beginning. So I thought it was a good idea at one time to have an extra vehicle that I would let people borrow. If their vehicle was broken down or needed work or whatever the case, then I had something that they could drive meanwhile. And I didn't make them put insurance on it or anything. It was my insurance, my car. And I did this for a couple people. But one young man really screwed me on this situation. And I never heard about it. I never heard about it until my license got suspended. This has been a couple years ago now, but it's still on my driver's record. It'll probably be on my driving record forever, because every single ticket that you get is on your driving record forever, unless you go to court and it gets dismissed, or you pay a lawyer and it gets dismissed. If you pay a ticket, it's on that driving record. You can go to, at least I can go to my BMV website and I can look at my driving record and I can see every single ticket that I've ever gotten, my rap sheet, and some of them don't look too good. I'll tell you one time, actually the very day that I got baptized in my church, immediately after that, I was in a line of like 4 people, and it was a no turn on red, but it was a really big intersection. It was a diagonal intersection, and the no turn on red sign was really kind of far away and hard to read up there with the stoplights, and I didn't see it. I was just following people. I was just going along with the deal. There, like I said, there was a line of about 4 people, and everybody was stopping and then turning on red, stopping, turning on red. And I was the 4th person that stopped and turned on red. And guess what? There was a cop somewhere back there. He pulled me over and gave me a ticket for disregarding a stop sign. Disregarding a stop sign. A 6-point ticket. That seems kind of silly, but ever since then, when I get pulled over, the officer looks on his little screen, he looks up my driving record, he's able to see every ticket I've gotten, and it says disregarding a stop sign. And he thinks that I just probably blew right through a stop sign. He doesn't think, this guy probably came to a 100% complete full stop and then turned on red. So it makes me look like a complete idiot. I was going to say the R word. I should be more politically correct. Back to the story. So I let a guy borrow my car while I'm doing a little bit of work on his car. Never hear a single thing, never hear anything about it until I'm in West Virginia. I'm in like 3 states away from where I'm at. Probably over 400 miles away, something like that, maybe more. I get pulled over because my taillight has a little crack in it. And guess what? He runs my driving record and finds out my license is suspended. I'm completely baffled. I'm like, and sure, he probably gets this all day, every day. No, I'm not guilty. My license isn't suspended. I never knew about that, or whatever the excuses are. I was genuinely, completely baffled. But guess what? The dude that borrowed my car for free, he parked at the courthouse in a handicapped parking spot. And he claims, and I never knew this until, I guess I should continue with the story, but I'll finish he parked in a handicapped parking spot, got a ticket that he never paid, and then I got my license suspended because I never paid the ticket. But I never got anything in the mail. I never got any email, obviously, because I didn't have any way to, they never called me. I never got anything, no notification whatsoever, except my license got suspended. So Luckily, the dude had enough common sense. He didn't tell me, he didn't know. He told me, I don't know why it's suspended. It just shows that your license is suspended. Luckily, he let me drive home. But he said, you better be careful, because if you go through Ohio, they're gonna tow this car. And he should have towed my car. But I don't know exactly what the computer system says. It was a non-moving violation, but he claimed to not know that. He didn't know any reason why my license was suspended. But it shows up on my driving record now. It looks like I'm an idiot. Another reason for me to look like an idiot. More than the speeding tickets, and I've got 4 seatbelt tickets on my driving record. I actually went to court one time for a seatbelt ticket in Fishers. I went up in front of the judge about it. And yeah, I ended up losing. He could have they made me wait to the very end. Everyone else got heard first. I sat in that courtroom for like 4 hours for my $25 seatbelt ticket. And I was explaining how it was improperly worn, but I was still wearing it or whatever. To be completely honest with you, I was fibbing. It was a deal where I knew I wasn't wearing it, but before the guy came, I did kind of something like this. I did something kind of like this and pulled it over like this and clicked it in. And when he came up to the window, it was clicked in, but the arm was over it. It was like this, the arm was over it. But I had 3 previous seatbelt tickets before that, so that didn't look very good on my record. And even though it was improperly worn, but it was worn, then improperly worn is still not like wearing it at all. So apparently, I was worried about getting extra court fines, because apparently he could have charged me a couple $100 in extra court fines, but he didn't. I just had to pay the stupid $25 ticket and get it put on my record again. 0 point offense. But there's another story I've got about my license plate that I accidentally left on one of my vehicles. And maybe that's for a different video, but like and subscribe. If this video helped you out, you really just, unless it's a super trusted friend or a family member, you can't be trusting anyone with your vehicle. Someone could break into your car they could leave your key in the car, and they could leave your door open. Someone could steal your car from a gas station while you're pumping gas, and then they could go do all kinds of heinous crimes. They could go rob a bank, or they could, I've got actually another story but I can't get too deep into this stuff right now. That's the end of this story. If you want more information or like stories like this, then just like and subscribe. Naptown Tuner.